baby. We is back. I am back with another episode. This is PJ, your host of The Rewind. Yes, I'm back, bitches. I know it's been a minute, but look, life has been lifing, and you know, I gotta work and everything, but you know, I wouldn't have to work if everybody streamed this, and then you rated and reviewed it, and then hopefully somebody like Oprah pick it up and put it on her network, even though, you know, I'm not really inspirational like that. Maybe not Oprah. No, somebody a little messy, you know what I'm saying? But enough of that. I am joined by a special guest. Oh my God, I don't know where to start. He is just phenomenal. He is, I'm trying to think of something bougie to say. He is I want to say something bougie. Come on, bougie, come out. He is a master of words. Oh. Yes, a master of words. He not only tells stories, but, you know, he invites you on experiences through literature. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really get that no more. You know what I'm saying? I am joined by none other than Charif Shanahan. Yay!
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Charif, tell the people just a little bit about who you are and what you do. We're going to get more into that, but give them like your, you know, little elevator speech. If they was like, oh my God, who is you? You look familiar.
I'm a poet. I am from the Bronx originally.
Period.
I've been in Chicago for a few years. I am interested in questions of identity, racial identity as a mixed race person, the child of a Moroccan immigrant, an Irish American father from New York, and thinking about the ways that we as human beings have divided ourselves, separated ourselves from one another, and how we can find our ways back to one another.
Yes. Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm excited. I just got a little chills. That was good. And we're going to definitely talk more about your work, especially about your latest work, Trace Evidence, which, you know, I have the audio book up. Because look, baby, I don't read no more. Because every time I put a book in my hand, sleep.
Yeah, you fall asleep.
Just sleep. And then I just wake up like, oh my goodness. So like I have been getting more into my audiobook bag, which I like because I'm a podcaster. Yeah. And it's nice hearing how you wanted it to sound.
Totally.
Because I don't know, like because I also had the audiobook. I just finished Issa Rae's book, which was real good. And it was nice because like I was hearing how she wanted to sound, and then it made me like just like take it in a bit better than like trying to figure out like, because you know, tone just really helps with words sometimes.
For sure. And so you feel like you're being spoken to. You're talking to somebody. Somebody's talking to you.
Yes. You know? And like I love also just being able to rewind and like if a line that comes up and I'm like, you said this interestingly. Why did you say it like that? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So yes, and we're going to get more into that, you know, for our Let It Marinate segment. But, you know, Charif is going to be with us today. You know, I told him, you know, because he is a man of education. You know what I'm saying? And I told him I was a little nervous for him to come. And because I was like, I hope on some real shit, he not expecting a whole scholarly interview.
Not even.
And, you know, he was just like, I'm so excited because we don't have to do that. And I'm like, you know what? We finna just talk shit and we finna have fun, and we still about to talk about the work that he is putting out into the world, which is phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. I am so happy to have you here. So, I don't know if you know, but we got little segments that we do throughout the show. You know what I'm saying? I like to start my show out with a 5-finger segment, and I give that 5 fingers for bitches I want to slap.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, I'm not prepared.
Well, it's just like, because, you know, sometimes I just feel like I just be hearing shit, I be like, why would you do that? I just need to slap bitches. Because it's like, well, not like a 5 fingers like that, but like, what the fuck?
Yes, with the full hand, with the palm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just wake up. Honestly, and usually I have a list because I just be bothered. But I wasn't really bothered. I always tell people, when it's not a lot, that's how you know I'm having a good week, everything. But then, like, sometimes I just look on shit in there and be like, y'all pissing me off. Yeah. Like, what you doing? The only thing I really wanted to give a little slap to, and I don't know, and you know, this is why I like having people here, because, you know, some people be like, well, PJ, you know, maybe you need to look at it like this. I don't know. I felt a way about this because I don't know. So California passed a bill saying like that when a black youth goes missing, they're going to make something called the Ebony Alert. And I was just like...
I wish that everybody listening could have just seen the face I made.
And I don't understand. It's something about that I don't like. I don't, first of all, why it just can't be a regular Amber Alert?
Right.
It's a child.
Right. Right.
They're a child. Like, what are you doing? And then Ebony, it's just like, maybe it's because I watch too much porn, but I'm like, this just don't feel right. Like,
no, I mean, I'm with you on that. I think
the fuck?
That's, yeah, what is that? That's, I feel like that's the kind of thing that somebody does who thinks they're being inclusive. It's like, oh, let's find language that, like, you know, it acknowledges difference and is inclusive and demonstrates how, you know, open-minded and inclusive and understanding we are. But really what it does is just actually objectifies, you know,
yes.
Right? Like, this is a child. We don't need to isolate one aspect of their being, you know, and make their missingness about this one aspect of their being, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's just like, oh, a black baby gone missing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, so are you gonna go look for him? Like,
right. Yeah, what are you doing to find this person? And also, do we have other alerts for other ethnic groups, right?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm
right?
like, so are you just gonna, like, also, why do we need this? Because that make me think, like, again, like we said earlier, like, if this come across the police dashboard or whatever the fuck they use, are y'all just gonna be like, I'll get to it?
Yep.
So, like, what if it was a white alert? Was you gonna jump?
Right. And why do they feel they need to do this?
Yes.
You know? Did they address that? I didn't hear about this.
It just said the Ebony Alert will utilize electronic highway signs and encourage use of radio, TV, social media, and other systems to spread information about the missing persons alert. The Ebony Alert will be used for missing black people aged 12 to 25. And the law will go into effect January 1st, will allow the Control Highway Patrol to activate the alert upon request from local law enforcement when a black youth goes missing in the area. I don't, baby, just go get the baby.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Just say in the Amber Alert that this particular child is a black child, right? Like, why do we need to? I
mean, ain't that wait, am I stupid? In the Amber Alert, is that not when the Amber Alert is just a signal, not a picture. Correct.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
a text. I think like my phone starts to scream, and it's like a text comes in, and it's like right.
For some odd reason, I'm thinking about how, like, you know, when they post a picture and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, California, I guess.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good to me.
I got to give y'all a little slap because that's when it was like, okay, you're doing too. It's like when you overperform.
Yeah. It's like an overcompensation.
Yeah, it's like instead of just saying, oh, we need to be better about finding black youth who are missing, you say, oh, let's create the Ebony Alert.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm just like, also the term Ebony just bothered me.
It really, no, I'm with you on that. My mind didn't immediately go to porn, but I was like, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, why are we doing this, you know? And why are we only doing it for black youth? I mean, I wonder, you know, what the numbers are in California that they feel they need to do this, but I don't trust it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I feel like things won't get done with this. That's what it sounds like to me. So, you know, slap to y'all. And honestly, see, look at that. That was the only 5 things. Usually I have a list.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, that's how you know I ain't been to therapy. Okay. But like now I got one. I've been to therapy.
So you've been to therapy.
Yeah, I went last week. It was so good. I had a virtual. Yes, I love therapy. Okay?
Therapy is good. I think everybody needs to have a therapist.
No, like for real. Like I think it helps. And like, so that's how you know I ain't been, because I will use that as my sort of therapy a little bit. But when I've been, you only get one thing like this. You know, also, it's so crazy because, like, as a person, like, I see things on the internet that I want to talk about here. I do, like, take breaks from the internet. Because I just feel like I have to. Even though I know it's, like, I feel like anybody who, like, really who uses social media for, like, they quote-unquote platform and all that will tell you. Like, I get tired of it sometimes, and I'm just the person where I will put that phone on D&D and do not pick it up for a while.
Yeah. So that's good. I need to get better at that. I want to get better at that, actually. You know?
Yeah, it's just, because, like, I'm trying to limit the scrolling.
Yeah,
just be scrolling and stuff. Yeah. And I'm just like, so I have been off the internet, but, like, it ain't really nothing I've seen. I mean, you know, the usual shit. But, you know, that was just one thing that I was just like, beloveds.
Yeah.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
Was there anyone black in the room?
Right.
Was there anyone black in the room?
And we, of course, know the answer to that question.
Right, because that wouldn't have happened if I was in the room.
My hand would have been raised.
Ebony! I don't Ebony!
Excuse me, yeah.
You could have at least said, some other than that. I mean, colored wouldn't have been no better.
Right,
but like,
right, exactly.
At least I would have, I don't know, Ebony just sounds weird.
Meanwhile, there are all these anti-DEI initiatives that are happening across the country, like anti-affirmative action cases, anti-diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that are happening. There was a big one within higher education, since that's my space, with UNC Chapel Hill and Harvard. And I think UNC Chapel Hill was really at the core of it, but basically the outcome of this was that race and ethnicity can no longer be used as an evaluation of an applicant, right? Like, and I think applications can't actually even indicate. So, like, admissions committees are now going to have to speculate if they are privately considering the race and ethnicity of applicants, they're going to have to do it on the basis of name or speculation. But officially or formally, they're no longer allowed to do that, you know? And that just feels like a backward movement because the world, because we've got ebony alerts coming out of California, because, you know what I mean? It's like there's like we are not really having the conversation. Yeah. And I mean, I think people are trying, or like pieces of the conversation are being had in different spaces, but it is not progress. That is not progress, you know? Yeah.
That's what I also do feel like. It's just so much reverse going on.
A ton.
And I'm just like, what's going on? Like, why y'all acting crazy? Like, I thought everybody was fine. Like, why are people just randomly taking away shit because they bored?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I'm just like, who said we needed this?
Yes.
But you know, we're not gonna let that get to us.
No, we aren't.
We're not.
No.
Moving on to the next segment, a little segment I like to call PJ's Point, where, you know, I'm not trying to preach, but I do just want to reach out and teach somebody a little something. Because, baby, at the end of the day, I don't know too much, but I know a little something, okay? Now, my latest little point is coming from just what I've just been seeing around me and things like that. Now, before I start, because I know people, I don't know how people be feeling about how I feel when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. I am just one of those people where being in a relationship is not my end all be all. It is not something I always search for. Sometimes it's not something I truly care about. Not in a negative way, but just in a way like, I ain't thinking about that. Like, you know how some people go out to meet people? I'm going out just having a good little time. Like, I don't care. Like, but that's not me saying I do not want a partner.
I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I have so much more I need to do in this world. And yes, finding a partner would be nice, but I'm not going to, in a way for some of y'all, harm myself, put myself in harm's way to do that. Because it ain't that deep. And I've just been noticing, like, I just want to make a point to say, know your partner. And I say that because I just been knowing people who getting engaged and stuff after 3 months and, you know, wanting to move in after like 2 weeks of knowing each other. And like, I know some people are on that, probably like, well, you gotta, you know, do it to learn. And I'm like, yes, slow down. It is not that deep. Like, if I tell people, and this might sound a little shady, if you put as much energy into being into, like, if you put as much energy into being somebody's partner as you did, like, your actual goals and shit, do you know where you will be?
Exactly.
And I'm not saying don't seek it out or whatever, but you get in these relationships, you get in there and you ignore all these red flags, and then to find out that the person you trying to commit yourself to is trash.
Exactly.
And I don't know. I'm also one of those people where I always say you learn either by like somebody telling you the stove is hot, don't touch it, or some people got to touch the stove. Sometimes I touch stove, but like within reason. Sometimes I be, no, that's hot. That's hot. Meaning like some of y'all, you are making these decisions knowing you damn well shouldn't be. Like this one podcaster, her name is Amanita. Love her. she is very direct. My kind of girl, honestly.
Okay.
That people may not like. In that like range of just like, I say it how I say it, but like I'm not disrespectful, but that's just how it is.
Yep.
And she was saying that she can't feel sorry for this one girl because this one girl was making a video saying how she got pregnant by a bum at the gas station, who she met at the gas station. And now she like, oh, I got a baby by this bum, you know, da-da-da-da. Like, just saying like, I'm happy for my child, but like now I'm tied to somebody who like, I literally don't like for the rest of my life. And the girl was saying like, I can't feel sorry for you because you did not have to sleep with him. Yeah. You did not, but you just wanted somebody so bad. And it's just like, yes, I'm so happy you got your baby, but like, and then people always want to be like, oh, well, you know, at least, you know, you got a beautiful child. But like, in that condition, like that's going to be a little difficult to raise a child in.
Of course, yeah.
So it's like you got to know your partner, know who you are. And, you know, I guess this may also be, you know, more talking to heterosexual people because, you know, I ain't got that problem. I can't get pregnant, okay? But, like, especially to my girls out here, like, girl, like, listen, I'm sorry. I have to be a little blunt. Don't be letting him nut in you and you don't know him.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Like, you don't know him.
I mean, there are so many questions I would have, you know, for this person, you know. Like, was it a one-time thing where you just, you know, trying to get some and you ended up getting pregnant inadvertently? And if that's the situation, then what was the choice to keep the child? You know, like what were your considerations about that?
Girl,
you know?
you met him at the front of the gas station. Why there?
Yeah.
Right there.
Know, like you know, far be it from me to make, you know, to weigh in on anybody's decision about their body and what they do with their body. You know? But if you find, it's not that you found yourself in a situation that you didn't have control over or that you couldn't intervene in, you know, it's like there are choices that have been made here, you know. There is so much in what you just said about, like, so much in what you just said about, like, choosing partners and, you know, like, if people spent, like, I think one of the things you said is that, like, if people spent enough time or more time on themselves and pursuing their interests and growing their own being, you know, rather than trying to make relationships work with people that maybe aren't good for them, you know, that just really resonates with me because what I have seen again and again, and what I, in an earlier stage of my life, might have actually, you know, been participating in myself is like a desire to find love and feel connected, you know, and you like send a representative, like in the dating, you know what I mean? It's like you are, because you haven't spent that time growing yourself, you know, and exploring your interests and finding out who you are, you know, you could only ever send a portion of yourself, you know, like a representative, you know.
Oh, I never thought about that.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, you know, it's important to just like sit in your truth and inhabit your truth and put your truth forward as who you are, you know, as a human being, you know. And if you do that work, I think that, you know, I don't mean to be preachy because...
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But if you do that work, I think you are more likely, I think we all are more likely to attract a partner that is better for us, is more right for us.
Because people, and that's why, because, you know, I've been single for a long time. And like, at first, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be like, damn, girl, what's wrong with you? But then be like, no, it ain't you. It ain't you. It's them because I think you just, and this is why I tell people, I know myself. And meaning, like, I don't need anyone to, like, validate me. Like, I don't look for myself in a partner. And I think that's what people do. And, like, I think that's why I'm single. Because, like, I let them know, like, don't get me wrong, I want to have a good experience with you. But just know you aren't needed. And that's not me, like... I don't think that's harsh. Because I know some people think that's harsh.
I think that sounds really healthy. I think that makes really good sense.
Like, I'm so happy that you are here and we're experiencing this, but don't ever think now, I'm finna say it again. People know you probably not. You probably, honestly, I'm put together a compilation on how many times I don't mention this song in this bar. Rihanna. One of my favorite songs by Rihanna is Needed Me. It is my favorite Rihanna song in the world. Just because the first little bar alone, what did she say? What did she say?
What did she say?
I was good on my own. That's the way it was. I was fine. I'm perfectly fine. I decided to bring you along with me. And like, let's try to enhance each other. You feel me?
Yep.
So I can just put you back too. Yeah. It ain't, and I know, cause my cutoff game's strong. It's strong. Like, it is, because like, I also know like people come, they go, but it's also one of the things like, I am not that desperate for a partner where I think I'm about to let you break me.
Yeah, no.
You got me fucked up.
I mean, what is it all about if that ends up happening? It's just like, what are we looking for if holding on to a situation is actually causing us harm?
Like, and that's why I can't just be with somebody just to be with somebody. I feel like, I say that all the time. I feel like a lot of people want presence, not partnership. Because people, you just want somebody to be there. I don't want nobody to just be there. I need a partner, like somebody that like ain't just there, but like when I see you, I'm like, that's my one. Yeah. It's my one.
Where it's like collaborative.
Yes.
And like a co-captain type shit, you know, in life where we're like in it together and we are equal partners and neither of us needs the other because we're good on our own, but we're better together.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And like, I don't know how to, I ain't seen that. I ain't got that yet. So,
well, what I want to say to you is that sounds really healthy. Okay. And I just want to affirm that and say,
because I'm just not about to be out here just trying to find somebody, just to be with somebody.
And why do that?
It's just like, I don't know. But also, I always got to think about too, like, because, you know, I do got a lot of friends who are women. I know they built different. Yeah. And like things like I don't have to worry about a biological clock.
That's real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that stuff, but and I hate watching my girl struggle like this. You know what I'm saying? Or like, and you know, straight me and y'all too. You know, I don't really fuck with y'all like that. But like, I know y'all be some good guys out here in tune. And like, you know, sometimes, you know, some women be trifling, but you know, I know 90% of the time it's you. Like, so, you know, it's whatever. Yeah. But yeah, just know your partner. Know who you also. Listen, I always say too, another thing for me is know your partner's emotions. Meaning, I need to know what you like when you sad. I need to know what it's like when you happy, when you angry, when you anxious, when you are hell hungry. I need to experience you in everything, and I don't think I can do that in 2 months. Okay?
No. Part of what I don't think so either. And part of what I have really appreciated about my relationship with Kellen is that it was a slow start. We like took our time. There was no commitment made, and so we many months into knowing one another. You know, and that was different for me. Actually, you know, like when I look back in my relationships, you know, there were often, you know, they started quickly. You know, and I think that this one didn't is actually part of its success and its like vibrancy and its health, and you know. For sure. I think in addition to like knowing your partner's emotions and how they are when they feel different things, I think it's also really important to know your partner's trauma.
Oh yeah, for real.
Know, like,
for real.
What did they survive? What triggers them? You know, like what do we need to be careful about? Like how do they respond to their triggers? Yes. You know, right? Like, and what are their triggers? How are their triggers? And, you know, their past traumas in relationship to your triggers and your past traumas. And, you know, right, like that piece of it. You know, not that we want to, like, live there or give that a lot of attention, you know, but we need to be aware of it.
Yeah, so I need to know, like, I don't need to do certain things that could possibly trigger you. And, like, I don't know, yes. I agree. Oh, I never thought about that.
You know, like... Right? Because like the more we know about like that part of the more that we know about our partners in any aspect of their history, like the better we can love them. Right? Like the more I understand about what, you know, might trigger Kellen or upset Kellen, the more effective I can be as a partner to him. You know, like the more information I have about how he needs to be loved, right? The better I can do that. Oh. And love is a choice to me. You know, it's like, it's a daily choice. You decide. Yeah. Right? That's how I feel about it. I mean, I think, you know, other people might feel differently and that's cool, you know. But for me, it's a daily choice.
Yeah. No, I like that. I do. I like that. I get that. You know? I just ain't never been in love, so, you know.
No, you've never been in love? I find that surprising.
No, you know.
Because you're such a catch.
Bitch, I know, but I ain't mad about it. You know, I always
because you're also healthy, so that's why you're not mad about it.
You know,
you're good by yourself.
I'm like, I'm okay. I also think, you know, I be thinking maybe I don't know, maybe my man not in the Midwest. Mm-hmm. I think I got an East Coast man. Just was like. I like him just a little bit more assertive. Okay. Not like unhealthily assertive. Yeah. Put your hands on me. I'll stab you. Okay? No, like, just like, cause like, I'm a lot. Okay? I'm a lot. And like, I feel like I can scare off some or like, just cause like I'm so direct, not blunt or cause like I'm not like, I'm gonna tell you like with a certain kind of like compassion, but like, I'm a little bit more direct. I tell people like what I want of them and things like that. And I'll tell people all the time, like I will put in that time for a relationship, but you got to show me. And like they don't be showing me. Because I tell people all the time, like even though I haven't been in a relationship in a long time, I know how to be in one. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. And I love what you're saying, you know, because it reminds me of something that I have noticed in my life, which is that sometimes some of the healthiest people I know interpersonally, right, like about love and relationships are actually single, you know, and that their health is actually like the measure of their health is actually expressed in the fact that they are by themselves, right? Because they don't need the relationship, you know, and they're not willing to accept a relationship that is less than what they deserve, you know. And on the flip side of that, like some of the loneliest people I know are married. You know, some of the loneliest.
That's crazy to think about, too.
You know, right? Like,
damn, that's
some of the loneliest people I know are like 6, 7, 8 years into a situation that maybe should have been 3 dates. Ooh. Like, I don't say that from judgment because far be it from me to judge anybody's life. Right. I'm saying that from being in long-standing friendship or conversation with these people about their situation. And it's like, I'm not, like, I love you, actually. I'm not judging you at all. But it seems like this 8-year marriage might have been a 6-month exploration with somebody. And, you know, if we were more whole or had the strength to be on our own, we might have been on our own, right? But it barrels on, right? You know, and I'm speaking about people I love right now, a handful of people I love, and also a much younger version of myself, you know, long time ago. But like, I know what that's like, you know? Yeah. And I always tell people, because everybody be like, don't say that. I'm like, I don't mind. I'm like, if I don't ever find like a partner, I think I'll be okay. Like, I really... What a beautiful thing. I mean, can we like stop and acknowledge how beautiful that is?
I mean, because some people think it's bitter.
Like, you need to go. Like, you need to find, the clock is running out. Like, you need to find somebody. Why wouldn't you want to be with somebody? Yeah. You know? I had this mentor in grad school the first time who I was in a relationship at the time with my ex-partner, and he and I were together for a long time. We were together 7 years. Beautiful, rich, layered relationship. He's still family to me. But I found myself in a conversation with this mentor and a couple of other grad students that she was advising about relationships. And she said, why would I want somebody in my home? What did she say? She was like, why would I want somebody in my home that I had to be accountable to? I'm quite happy to be by myself. I actually don't want partnership. And I think it was the first time I really heard that expressed by somebody, because, you know, it wasn't a question of like capacity or availability. Like, I can't do this, or there are no like available men in this part of the country, or whatever it was. It was just like, no, I'm not interested. Like, I'm good on my own. I have like a rich, full, meaningful life, and I don't need that. Right. And I don't know. I feel like that part of this discussion about like partnership and self-possession, and, you know, I don't hear people talk about a lot. You know, there's kind of an assumption that everybody would want that.
And like, again, that's not me saying no to partnership. That's the thing.
Of course.
Because if a man come to mind, sweep me off my feet, I'm going to get swept off my fat ass feet. But like, it's just like, it's just not at the, I just feel like it is just at the forefront of people's minds all the time. Yeah. Like, and it's like, and I also get certain things, like I get the, like, for women, you have the clock. For the queers, like, you feel like, you know, I ain't gonna never find another man like this because, you know, our pool is a little limited or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I just be like, I'm okay, y'all. If somebody come, they come. If I'm, like, it's fine. Like, you know, some people, like, it's almost like dating now is like or like partnership now is like like almost social status. Yeah. And I just be like to the point where like that's the first thing people will ask you, like, why you ain't got nobody? Girl, why I need somebody?
Right. Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. Or I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. But, you know, that's just a little point I was trying to make.
No, but I love that. I received that point. I hear that, and I affirm you.
You know, thank you. You know, because, damn, calm down. On to my next segment I like to call WWYD. What would you do? Okay? So we got us a little situation, okay? And this is interesting. This is very interesting. So I saw on the Instagram, this one man, it was a post a minute ago. I feel like sometime maybe last year, and I just came across it. He speaks out about why he eating chicken in the car. First of all, y'all, I understand when you want to tell these stories, you got to be doing something. Like I know some girls, they'll be doing their hell while they're doing it, or, you know, whatever. Don't tell me no story while you chewing chicken. Don't do that. I'm sorry.
This was an Instagram video where he was telling a story about eating chicken.
He was eating chicken at the same time. So, I'm sorry. I just had to really get that out the way.
Was the story about chicken?
No, it was not. I just really had to get that out the way. Because I was just like, why would you sit up in front of this camera like this and eat this chicken and tell this story like that? You could have at least been folding some clothes or something.
Have the chicken first.
Yeah, damn.
Or save it as a treat after you shared your story.
But, okay, I'm sorry. I just had to get that out the way. But he was talking about how he called his friend out at the club because his friend was married and trying to get like other girls at the club. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he was basically saying like, you know, I done spent money on your wedding, coming to your wedding. You done stood before God and stuff. I'm finna just allow you to do this. Like, come on, man. And like, I think I don't know if I'm pretty sure his friend got mad at him. And then I was reading the comments. So, you know, of course, people was like, oh, you know, bro code, don't be telling. Bro then, you know, some people like, no, you know, it was pretty much like men was like bro code. Women were like, don't tell, you should have told him like that. Now, I guess my question is, y'all, what would you do? Because I know some people, I talked to them about this, they said they wouldn't have said nothing. Me?
To the friend or to the friend's wife?
To the friend.
Okay.
Because I don't think he said nothing to the wife. I think he just checked the friend. And that's another thing too. Now, would I have checked my friend in that situation? Honestly, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think so. Mm-hmm. If I'm your good friend, and I done been to this wedding and watch you marry somebody, and I'm out with you, and I see you actively, bitch, come here. Yeah. What is you doing?
Yeah. I mean, me too, no doubt.
Like,
and for me, it would be less about the money I spent on the wedding, or I might feel some kind of way about that piece, but I wouldn't center that. I wouldn't make it about that. I would just say, like, what is happening for you in your life, that you are in a marriage, you know, that you invited all of your friends and family to celebrate with you, and now you're out here doing this. Like, do you not want to be in your marriage? Like, do you want an open marriage? Like, what's happening here? But I'm not going to participate in your betrayals, you know, or bear witness to them. So no, I would take my ass home, and then we would have a conversation at brunch the next day.
I would, because I'm just like, because like I know friends help friends cheat. They do. Like, and like even like some of my good friends, we be talking about that, and my friend, she be like, "Well, I'm gonna say whatever you want me to say," and I'm just like, I don't involve me, like, because here's the tea, I don't know, and I guess it's just how you view cheating. I think that might be the thing too, because I have friends who be like, a little cheating don't hurt. Whereas like me, I'm just like, oh, we done after one. Cause like I again, ain't been in a relationship in a minute, but I feel as though if I wanted to cheat, I would be like, sit them down like, hey, we need to talk about something because I'm feeling the need to step out on you and I don't want that feeling. And I didn't have that feeling before, so why am I having it now?
Okay, and so I just want to say again, healthy.
Right.
Healthy.
Right.
You know, you're feeling what you're feeling, you're recognizing what you're feeling, you're putting language to it, you're talking about your partner with it, right? Like, exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all I can do.
Right, like that's the most you can do, and you can bring your truth to your partner, and the two of you can hold it together and figure out how to proceed. You know, like, what is the cheating about? Is the question that I would ask. Right, like if it's about wanting to have sex with more than just your partner, right? Then that's a conversation about the terms of your relationship that you and your partner need to be having. Right,
and I be telling people. Bitch, it's 2024. You never just ask.
Just talk about it, right? Like
you
figure
might be
it out.
surprised. She might be like, okay.
Yeah, right? Like because she wants to go over there and also, you know, do her own thing, right? And, you know, it's like we don't need to participate in like a template of what a relationship is supposed to look like or should look like, you know? And then there are people who like, it's actually really not about the sex. It's about like the control, a sense of control, or like a freedom, you know, or like they're attracted to that. It's like dangerous. There's like something dangerous or like hidden about it that like does something for them. And it's like, you know, I think you need to bring that to
prayer.
Yeah, you know, bring that to the therapist and try to figure out, you know,
like, what's
going on there, you know? But I also think that like love and friendship, right? Like, so like you were talking about friends who help friends cheat. Like, I really question that because, right, like the commitment, the loyalty or whatever is between the friend and the friend.
Right.
The friend feels the loyalty to the friend and not to the friend's partner.
Right.
Sure, I get that. But like, are you being a good friend by enabling your friend to betray himself and his partner?
That's where I'm at.
Right?
Like when do we just say, like, let's be good people?
Right. I think like the loving, loyal response of a friend to a friend who is going to cheat is actually, hey, can we talk about why you feel you need to do that?
Because if my friend I'd be like, girl, what's going, why are you feeling like you got to do
exactly.
that?
Like, are there larger problems in the relationship that need to be addressed that you feel, you know? And like cheating, you know, people say cheating is never about the sex. It's always a symptom, you know, of like other issues in the relationship. Like, so there are these problems that are not going addressed, and then the cheating is a consequence of that or a byproduct of that, you know? And so if that is not the case, and it's like a person just feels the need to have multiple sexual partners, then that's a conversation you need to be having with your primary partner.
Right.
You know? Because there's somebody out there who'll be like, you know what, that's exactly what I'm looking for in a relationship too. And so great, you know, like you set your parameters, you set your rules, right? Like not in our home, whatever, you know, like no more than one time with any partner, whatever it is, whatever people do, you know, like everybody gets to decide. But yeah, no, I would have left the club. I mean, I wouldn't have been at the club in the first place because I didn't go out like that. But I would have left the club, you know, and then we would have talked about it, you know, because that for me is what a loyal friend would do. Yeah,
I think if that was really me, I would have like distracted you in some type of fun way, and then really when you sobered up, be like, okay, you better get it together, or like, because I can't. Yeah, and. My friends, they were shocked when I said, like, I was not the friend that was going to condone, like, be the cheating, lying for your friend. I'm like, no, because then, like, I'm lying to somebody I don't know. And, like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting involved with, y'all don't need to be together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just too much. Like, do you listen to The Breakfast Club at all?
Sometimes.
Do you know Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl?
Yeah, I do.
She was talking about how she lied and said she went to jail. Told her man she went to jail so she could go cheat. And like she said she called her friend called him and was like, yeah, I got Mona on 3-way. She in jail right now. And they was talking. Then after, she did what she did, had her side piece, drop her off in front of the jail and have him so he could come and pick. I said, girl, maybe y'all just weren't supposed to be together then.
Exactly.
You just did a whole...
How was she talking about this? Was she like proud of it?
Yeah. I mean, because they was talking about... What was the topic? They was like, talk about a time when you cheated and it went well or something like that on the Breakfast Club. I mean, it's the Breakfast Club.
I mean, yeah, but like...
What did you expect from me?
But like, wow, though.
I know.
But like, why...
I was like, damn.
Why are you in that? Why, like, I don't know, and I don't mean to simplify it. And I don't know anybody's life. Like relationships are complicated, and maybe you feel like you're getting something from your partner that really nobody else on the planet can give you.
She was younger too, probably.
Yeah, but there are just different questions to me in that. It's like
that's you devised a.
Like, you had to go to jail? You had to go to jail to get some dick? Like... like...
And I ain't gonna lie, if my friend would be like, okay, PJ, say you call for jail, I'd be like, bitch, what? Girl, you don't break up with that nigga. Like, girl, get off my phone and go break up with him.
Yeah.
The fuck? Like, unless, now if he giving you money, no, let me stop it.
But also...
I'm playing.
But then the question would be why we need that, right? I don't know. No,
I don't
want to judge anybody's life, but it's also like...
Yeah, it's like, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're devising a whole plan to deceive somebody that you ultimately did not even end up staying with.
Exactly. Well, there you go. Because the question that I was going to say, for me, the question is like, what does that mean about your relationship? Like, what does that say about the integrity... right? Like in the depth of your relationship if you're out here pulling stunts like that,
Child, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it. But, that's... What would y'all do? Comment on it. You know what I'm saying? Send a little email, the rewindpjdj@gmail.com and let me know. But here's the thing. I already know a lot of people going to be like, yeah, I'm lying for my friend.
Yeah. And loyalty is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Loyalty is a beautiful thing.
Me personally,
yeah, me too.
It was not for me.
I think my loyalty would have to be expressed in a moment like that as holding my friend accountable. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's me being loyal and loving and committed to my friend. Like, this is something you need to look at, friend. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to participate in theater.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not finna be here doing this for you every damn time, because if it's gonna happen once, it might happen twice.
Yeah.
And so now I gotta be lying for you. I'm sorry.
And then if kids get involved, and it's like, what kind of love are you exempling to your children? And
like, it's like other shit that I lie to you for. Like, I'm in the car with you. You want me lie and say they hit you first, and we definitely hit them first.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl, get your insurance money. I got you. But like, to lie to your partner.
Yeah.
Come on, girl.
Different.
Like, get it together.
Different.
Dump that nigga then. Damn.
Yeah.
Now, we gonna move on to a little cheers section. Clink. Usually that's I don't have any wine with me right now because, y'all, I don't think I got a corkscrew. It's so good. Yeah, I was literally thinking about that as I was, when you came over and I was trying to open the wine.
Oh.
And I was like, bitch, I ain't got no corkscrew. I'm ghetto. I so sorry.
I would have brought one with me.
No, I thought I had one.
That's the wine on the counter.
Yeah, that's it right there. And my thing is, I feel like it's one in here, but I just don't know where it's at. I got to get better about that.
You can open it with a lighter if you have a lighter.
How do you do such things?
You have to like take the label off so that you don't burn that. But then I think if you light the glass.
I'm scared.
Oh, okay, all right.
Wait.
I think it like it expands the gas so the corkscrew will just drop down. The glass so the corkscrew will just drop down.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What is it? You got this from TikTok?
Like back in the day when I was in college.
Because you know me, I was the butter knife queen. I just try to get around like, all right, girl, then scoop it out.
Or you just like, you bang it in there until it eventually goes into the bottle.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a little cork ain't gonna hurt nobody. Girl, y'all done drank some cork before at the little restaurant, even when they doing the little thing. But we do like to do a little cheers here just to celebrate, little wins here and there, for the communities, I want to send a cheers to this woman named Tiffany C. Hainsworth. She is the first black woman to solely own a tequila brand.
Yes, Tiffany.
And it says, Tiffany Capri Hainsworth, a black woman, has made history with her own tequila brand, standing out in the global alcohol industry. In 2021, Hainsworth made history by founding T. Capri Tequila, becoming the first black woman to own her tequila brand. You know, shout out to you, girl.
Yes, Tiffany.
You know, I'm just like, I want to try some. Oh my God, I was good. And I love tequila. Okay? That's my drink. So
I don't drink, but I'm celebrating Tiffany.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I love to see black people in
Yes.
like, don't get me wrong. I like to see us in like these random ass industries. Not that alcohol is random, but like, you don't see a lot of black people in the alcohol industry. Or like, I was reading about these black men who started this bread company, and I was like,
A bread company.
you don't see black people in bread. Like, go ahead.
Where did they do that? Where was the bread company?
Oh, I gotta look it up and send it to you. It was somewhere, and I was like, all right, black folk making bread. Oh my God. Like, it's stuff like that get me excited because, like, we don't even do, like, not saying we don't do, but, like, you don't hear that a lot. And I'm just like, all right, that bread good. All right.
I love this for Tiffany. I love it for the guys who are doing the bread company.
No, I have to send that to you because I was just like, look, y'all making bread.
I was just at a place last night. Is it the Long Room?
The long
something. It's let me just look it up quickly if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I met a friend there. Long Room, black owned bar. It's like a bar cafe. You walk in and long room, right? So it's like this narrow, long thing. The bar's on the side. And during the day, people have laptops and they're just kind of, having snacks. There's a kitchen that's open until 3, and then at 5 it flips to a bar.
Wow.
And black-owned business and doing well, vibrant, thriving, Yeah, and all kinds of people in there.
The long room.
The long room, yeah.
I gotta go visit that. That reminds me of, have you ever been to that spot, the Blind Barber?
No, where's that?
It's like in the West Loop.
Nope.
It's like it's a barber shop in the front and then like a bar in the back.
Oh, nice.
It's real nice. They had a Beyonce event there.
Okay.
For her birthday last year, and me and my friends went, and it was so much fun. I think it was like a queer party group who was throwing it. So yeah, it was cute. It was cute.
Cool, I got it saved. Oh, I see. Wow, it's a really nice bar in the back.
Like, it's a big little bar back there.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a barbershop in the front.
You would not even know looking at that, right?
And it's just like, I was like, what a great idea.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm like, like versatility. Okay, get your money's worth. And then the next one, which is fun. This is kind of crazy because, on the 5 fingers, I just, slapped the California government, but like now they done did something nice here, this crazy. So, they became the first state to declare a Transgender History Month. Okay. Which I was like, I like that because I am in the process of like trying to learn more about like transgender history and like how it is like, like how it's going now, and then like honestly how far it dates back, if that makes sense. Like, because there is history that like I'm pretty sure nobody but like a select few know about. So I was like, that's good. Now I hope it is safe. I hope it is a time where people can truly educate and like use platforms during that month to educate on different experiences. Because how sometimes they say one thing, then stuff happen. But I said, okay, y'all got me. I'm looking, I'm like, I'll give y'all a little snap cheers to that. How you feel about that?
About which piece? Sorry.
Them being the first state to declare a Transgender History Month.
I think that anything that we do as a country, as a state, as a city, as a species that celebrates individuals who have been marginalized is a fundamentally good thing. I think there is also the risk inside that of isolating a particular group or reducing a particular group to the one aspect of identity. It's like, something I see in poetry, just as an example, since I'm a poet and, moving through, poetry spaces, is that certain opportunities, and not so much anymore, but maybe, earlier, at a different time, in an earlier moment, certain opportunities, like public-facing opportunities, would become available to Black poets only in February. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, I'm a poet who's Black 12 months a year.
Right.
So why are the opportunities
Good point.
only in Black History Month, So, like, the fact of Black History Month, wonderful. The fact of a Transgender History Month and efforts to educate people, on the length of that history and the richness of that history, fundamentally good things, and then I think we have to be careful about, like, ghettoizing particular groups, where we're like partitioning people in a way,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's kind of like
Trans History Month is Black History Month.
Period.
Right?
Period.
Like Women's History Month is Black History Month. Black History Month is Women's History Month, right?
Period.
Because all of these categories are intersectional, right? Like we have a Black trans woman, and why, what month is she gonna get? Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Right? That sort of thing, right? And so we have to acknowledge the ways in which we have harmed one another, lessened one another, diminished one another, and we can celebrate one another for the reasons that we can celebrate one another, and at the same time, it's like, well, I'm all of these things at the same time. So you want a third of me in this month, and you want to celebrate a third of me in this month, and
Okay.
Not that I think the fact of these months are a problem. I think they're fundamentally a good thing. But I think these are some of the questions that come up out of them.
Yeah, it is, because...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I remember I was working for this children's company. You ever read that book, Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry? It's like an old children's book, whatever. But, it was basically, family living in the South. Town was very segregated. Okay. Don't you touch stuff, little black boy. Like, the usual. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was one of the shows that was in the program year round. But, baby, in February... booked and busy. Yep. We was at schools, and I was just to the point where I was like, okay, y'all, I'm tired. Like, I can't do this no more. But like, I get what you're saying now with that, because I was just like, damn, like, so. But then I was thinking, like, y'all gonna watch this performance, and then in March be like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So. I do. Exactly. I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Even like and I remember in school, I used to hate that African American playwright class. It was only offered every other year, and I'm like, the fuck? Why you offering that every other year when you could just put that in there when you're talking about Eugene O'Neill and Sam Shepard and shit? Yep. Throw August Wilson in there, shit.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Damn, exactly. Like I don't need throw him in there. Throw little Susan Lloyd Parks in there, So I get that. Yeah, I do. I understand that. I also use it as a time at work to act the fool, too. I'd be like, in February and June, please don't disrespect me. Please don't disrespect me. Because I just feel like these are 2 months where you just should not disrespect a black queer man. Yeah. You will not disrespect me in February, and you will not disrespect me in June.
Yes.
You will not disrespect me at all, but don't try me in February. Please don't. Okay.
But I think education about history, various histories, intersecting histories can only ever be a good thing, like I believe with Stonewall as an example, that trans women were really the folks who started that riot, who were saying enough, right? And that could be something that could be framed as like a cis gay man thing, right? That was a history like cis gay men put forward, right? And it was more layered than that, more complicated than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I am going to look at these like awareness months just like a little, not with hesitation, but like, okay, how can we just like intertwine this with like the other one? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that. I like what you said. All right, y'all. Moving on to the reviews where I talk about what I've been watching, listening to, or reading, I ain't gonna lie, okay, for TV, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm sorry, it really ain't been nothing, good, it ain't been nothing scripted. Baby, I'm sorry, I just been watching all reality trash, and let me tell y'all, I got to talk about it, okay, because I don't know if you been, look, baby, let me tell you, first of all, Salt Lake City.
Oh, that finale?
Oh my God. Now, have you seen the reunion?
No, I haven't yet. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's out here now. Y'all know.
Okay.
So apparently they said Miss Monica is fired. They said she got fired.
Wow.
Honestly, bring that bitch back. Monica was one of the most phenomenal housewives.
Mm-hmm.
I love. Listen. I'm gonna really get into it because, first of all, y'all mad at a bitch because she made a finsta and poked a little joke at y'all, but y'all was okay with this bitch over here frauding the elderly, taking their social security money and buying fake Chanel.
Exactly.
Like, that don't even make sense.
And she's now in jail, right?
Yeah, that bitch still in jail.
Damn.
Like, and then talking shit from jail. Stop it.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knew what the fuck she was doing.
Yep.
I just feel like they really, and this is the only way I can describe it because Heather really doing it. They white woman the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
They white woman the shit out of that. Because it was just like, I just don't feel safe around her. I just feel like she's a threat. Girl, cause she said your house ugly. Girl, this is why, like, y'all could never be on Potomac in Atlanta because they've been through, okay? Candy said
Potomac,
that.
oh my God. But go ahead.
Oh, we gonna get there, okay?
Okay,
we gonna get there because you know that's on the list too. Candy sit here and let somebody called her a rapist, okay?
Damn.
And she sat there and she took that shit. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, look, I looked at Reality Von Tees, okay? It wasn't nothing like, y'all act like she went into your house, slapped your mama, farted in your husband's mouth. Like, they act like she was just downright disrespectful. She maybe just threw a little shade at y'all outfits and called you poor.
Yep.
Like, oh my God. Like, what you want? Like, bring Monica back. Like, first of all, she looked cute as hell at that reunion.
She did. Well, I saw a picture of it. I haven't seen the reunion, and she did look cute.
Oh, look cute as hell. And like, just like, first of all, first season and had the first seat.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go.
None other has been able to do that since who? The Kenya Moore. You know what I'm saying? Like, Monica, no, this is a bad bitch. Like, you're stupid for not bringing her back.
When did they say they were going to fire her?
Well, they said it the night, the third part of the reunion premiere.
Okay.
But like, and Andy did say on his little podcast, you know, and this has been the tea too, because the producer saying they didn't know that she ran the burner account. But I'm like, first of all, she don't run it. It's about 4 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
The same one of them who designed her dress. Yeah. But she said the production knew.
I don't trust that the producers do know.
She said production knew that y'all knew that I was behind that shit.
Yeah.
I told y'all that.
Yeah, the whole thing felt very produced to me.
That's why I'm like, stop acting like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Andy be like, what's going on? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He be getting on my nerve. I be going, but you know, if he offered me some money, would I sign the NDA? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Give me $12,000.
I mean, probably.
He got money. He got power.
And it made good TV. I mean, that finale was just really, really good.
It was good. It was just, and like, honestly, I just love a bitch that's gonna stand 10 toes down in what she do. Yeah. And Monica held her own against all them bitches. Like, cussed all them bitches out. She was just like, fuck you, Lisa. Baby, she can't stand Lisa. And I get it. And the crazy part is I used to love Lisa. Like,
really?
But like, Lisa's a bitch. Mm-hmm. Like just for real. Like, she's like a bitch. Like, and I think she thinks she hard, but I don't be trying to do this, but I be like, You think you white woman hard? Okay. Yeah. Okay, girl. Go to Atlanta. Like, test it with Portia, bitch. Like, come on. Like, let's really do it. You don't want them problems. Like I always tell them, like, they need to bring, like, if Rena went to Atlanta, Nene would have ate her down. Oh my God. We're going to talk about Lenitha in a little bit. Oh God. But you know, they said Monica got fired. But you know, a lot of people been Team Monica. A lot of people are on her side, like, even like other housewives are on her side. They just like, because Heather lied about that black eye.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then it comes to find out she been on like little press tours and stuff saying like, oh, maybe a producer gave it to me. Like, they came in the room and then like,
what?
everybody like, so she can lie about something like that as a joke, but like Monica can't do a little
about violence. We're joking about violence.
You get it? Right. Like I'm just like, and you know, Mary came out there and shut that shit down, baby. Mary Cosby, that lady, she is hilarious to me. The producer said recently in the interview that like he created the show kind of around her in a way, which is because you know Mary got an interesting story. You know, she married her grandma's husband.
Is that what her grandma's husband?
Yes, but not her not her. You know,
her step grandfather.
Yes.
I don't know.
You know, this show, the religion aspect is very. It's been throwing me for a loop because you know they talk a lot of. I ain't know Salt Lake was the capital for Mormonism, and then I'm learning two of the girls. One girl wrote a letter in to get you get excommunicated.
One of them was right excommunicated, right. And one of them left. Isn't it? Isn't that
yes,
the case that
one left. And I think Monica got excommunicated because, you know, she cheated with her brother's...
That was it.
She cheated with her husband's brother. Yes.
I mean, apropos the earlier conversation about partnership, and, right? It's just like, what is happening there? I mean, we can't know, right? Like, no...
You know...
But, like...
I don't know.
But really, the only way forward is to fuck your husband's brother?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with... But Monica was open. She was like, yeah, I fucked up.
Okay.
You know?
Well, you know, accountability is good.
Oh, and she was very open about it on the show and stuff like that. Yeah, and then Mary's not Mormon.
I'm like holding my chest. It's
you
like, that's so, like...
Oh, baby,
that's so hard.
It's a lot. And then, like, the way they... It's... Because this is one of the... Well, shit, the only housewife show. They really talk about religion a lot. Like on the other ones, they don't really.
They don't. Yeah.
But like this one, they really go into it and like how it makes them feel and like what it means to them. Because the
Mormonism is so a part of a place, right?
Yes. Yeah. And like Lisa say she a Mormon, but she a different type of Mormon because she drink and she got a whole tequila line. And Heather's like, well, you aren't Mormon if you drinking. And then she's like, no, I am. I'm just a different kind. And I'm like, but I'm so sorry. What's going on? Like, I don't get it. Then I'm learning this racism in the Mormon in the religion. I'm just like, this show's a little layered. Oh my God, I didn't know religion was like. I wasn't expecting this on Real Housewives of Salt. I thought you bitches was gonna be skinned, sitting in a little hot tub.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all talking about a lot.
Yeah.
And I think Mary is she's also a pastor. Which is why I love when she argue because she don't cuss. Yeah. But it just be her face, you know, little girl. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I just love the way she do it. But yeah, they talk about religion a lot on here. But yeah, Salt Lake City really, you know, she came through this season. You know, she really did. If you haven't watched it, y'all get to it. Get to the reunions. You know, it was good. You know, them the only ones. Them the only white ladies I watch. Okay. I can't do Beverly Hills. Okay. It's something about Beverly Hills I can't do. I don't know what it is.
I mainly do Potomac and then I do Salt Lake City. You know. Yeah. Kellen watches Salt Lake and then he catches me up on it and I watch like every other episode. Right. But we watch Potomac every week.
Oh yeah. Now, you know, of course, my black queens, Potomac and Atlanta, I'm here. Yeah. Okay. New York, I never got into it. Yeah. Too many white ladies. Yeah. And I just don't understand how you're in New York City and it's all white ladies. But you know they recasted it. Oh, okay. Did you see the new cast?
No, I didn't. No.
I wonder if I could find a picture of it. Yeah, they recasted it. I would love to see. Do you know who Jenna Lyons is? Is that her name?
I think so.
Let me see. Real Housewives of New York. And then... Yes, we are going to take a little break in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
right.
yeah.
Okay,
because we got a little break. Yes.
All right.
No, y'all, he was asking me to go to the rest. Sorry, I'm like, I tell everything on the show. I don't give a fuck. This is a conversation. No, we definitely going to do that. Cool. I was trying to pull up one of this picture. Real Housewives of New York 2023. Yeah, they got a nice little new cast. Yeah, look at them, you know. You know, you got Jenna Lyons. She I think she used to run J. Crew or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Then you got side. She like this Latina influencer.
Yes.
She cool. You got Uba.
Yeah.
So now she cousins with Chanel Ayan, who is on Housewives of Dubai.
Oh, wow. Okay. And she's queer, right?
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
She is a queer woman. And then you got Bryn. She's mixed.
Mixed, yeah.
Yes.
And I love that representation.
Yes. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that. Because the experience is interesting to me. You know, when certain individuals talk about it.
Yeah.
So they tried. I couldn't watch that one, but we gonna see. Let's hurry up and get through this. And then Potomac happened. Potomac getting a little boring to me right now.
Yeah, for me too. I just don't.
They not giving me. I mean, the Nneka and Wendy thing. I really hate to see it.
I hate to see it.
I really do.
Especially at the end of last season where they finally brought up the issue of colorism. Mm-hmm. That conversation I thought really could have been a conversation, but it got, in editing, post-editing, it got
do you think
27 seconds.
Do you think now... what do you feel about Candace's? Because I love Candace Dillon.
I love Candace too. What Candace said to Giselle was fucked up.
It was
fucked up.
It was
the way she said it was fucked up. The point that she was making.
Because I be feeling what she be saying, but I also am looking inside and learning okay, it's how you say things. But
how can you sit in front of Giselle Bryant and call her a white woman? Or call her, or say that she's having the experience of a white woman, right? That Giselle has privilege and more privilege than Candace is without question, based on how she presents and how she moves through the world in a world that is in a country that is white supremacist, right? I think what Candace was saying was accurate, but to reduce her to white womanhood, was fucked up. To me.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of my own embodiment, the way that I present my own story inside that, right? So, but that's a real conversation, a really important conversation that I wish could have really been had. And I thought it was good that Andy was like, I am not the one to facilitate this discussion,
I was proud of Andrea for doing that.
Exactly.
Okay, I was proud of her. I was okay, you push back.
Yeah,
okay?
But then you got Nneka coming in, and it's this I don't know. It was 0 to 60. She came in swinging, and it was what? They don't even know each other. Wendy's I don't know you, girl. What? Why do you? Right? And they're tearing each other down. Or Nneka is trying to tear down Wendy, and it is getting a little boring to me because that storyline feels overproduced and contrived to me. Where it was
because on Real Housewives of Miami, they don't argue about who's the most Latin. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. So it's and not to say that's what they arguing about, who the most Nigerian, but it's just the two Nigerian women just have to butt heads. Why?
The show begins a conversation about colorism where you've got mostly lighter-skinned black women on the show, and then you bring in a beautiful dark-skinned Nigerian, young woman out here making moves, and it's adversarial. It's they're in conflict, they're fighting. Where's the love is the question that I have about Potomac. Where are the moments where they're just Kiki and girlfriends, having a good time? Yeah. And it's all this fighting. And then some of the storylines are a little boring.
Yeah. And then it don't help to do I want to say it? It just don't help with the whole colorism thing too, that the three who happen to be, lighter skin are the ones who do most of the poking and stuff because baby Ashley, that is the messiest motherfucker I've ever seen.
That seems to be the function. And I wonder how much of it is produced, because every time. Ashley was the character on that show, right? The person on that show who laid the foundation for the conflict between Nneka and Wendy, because she misrepresented, right, to one of the other girls what Nneka had said.
Yes.
And then try to backpedal at a later dinner was well, I think I misspoke, but the damage was already done.
So why are you and it was that don't help.
And what else is happening in your storyline? It was your function is to cause shit,
And, like, that's been her thing since she got on this show. And, like, it frustrates me because, like, I cannot stand when people mask being messy with, like, being, like, caring for you.
Yeah.
And she does that, and that gets under my skin.
I just, I care about you, girl. I
just want to know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's like,
so you can go tell somebody else. Like, can't hold fucking water. Like, that blows me.
You know who I'm loving this season, though? Mia. Mia is
becoming, I think, first of all, the revelation, I don't know if it's a revelation, she probably knew that, but like the vulnerability she shared about her friend Jacqueline and why they have the relationship she has.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I'm also, listen, that's why I say don't ever tell people that reality TV don't teach you nothing.
Yeah.
Because she was saying that one of the reasons she feel the way towards Jacqueline, because, we learned that Mia was a sexual assault survivor. Mm-hmm. And she was saying that, like, Jacqueline left her the night it happened.
Yep.
So she's saying, like, for years, that's why they had this. She's like, I just think I have a little resentment to her. And I'm like, that's a big thing.
That's a huge thing.
To say that on TV and then to just realize that.
Huge thing.
Ooh.
And it seems... I mean, nobody knows but Mia, if Mia knows what is really happening inside her on like a deep, deep level, on an unconscious level. But it's like, that's the kind of betrayal, the kind of thing that one might feel so betrayed by that it's not really resentment, but like deep, deep rage.
Yes.
Like deep rage that is like so intense, you have to suppress it. Like you can't even be connected to that kind of rage,
Yeah.
Like if part of you believes...
And she said Jacqueline apologized and like but I'm like, yeah, girl, it might still be some, because we saw last season, you treat Jacqueline a little crazy.
I mean, that was wild, and I was just like, what's happening here? Like, you're bringing in a 25-year friendship, you're treating her like shit on national television.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you wanted to embarrass her.
For a storyline, for a job, it was like love and friendship has to be more important than that. I mean... I don't know any of their lives, really. I mean, we don't even, watching their lives, really know about their lives. And we saw that with Robin and the way that Robin, who I know people give Robin a lot of shit, and I always really appreciated Robin on the show for reasons of representation that were important to me,
Yes.
Where I was like, great, and the questions, I remember in the first season, she was like, she met some women, they were sitting at a table, and they were like, oh yeah, I thought you were white, and she was like, nope. And that fight, what was the girl who was on for a season? Katie, right?
Oh, I love motherfucking Katie.
Katie and Robin went at it because though Robin is lighter skinned than Katie and maybe more white present, I don't see, when I look at Robin, I see a black woman. I understand that people might see different things. But, Katie is darker skinned than Robin, but has a white parent. And Robin is like, I look how I look, but I'm not biracial. Right? Like, both of my parents are black, right?
Her mama black?
Both of her parents are black. She's black on both sides. Okay. And the difference in Robin's case is that it's mixed heritage. There's obviously a ton of white ancestry in her line, but everybody black on both sides.
Okay.
And Katie has a white parent.
Right?
And so that fight, to me, was like, really interesting, and because it was,
But then she read her results. Did you see when Robin read her like little? I don't know.
No, I don't remember, but I imagine it was. What was it?
It was like, what'd she say? No. Was that when she was arguing with Ashley about being biracial?
I don't remember.
I think because I know she got into it with Katie and Ashley about it, because Ashley was like, "You're biracial," because Ashley's because her mama's black, her daddy is. We never saw her daddy because he slammed the door.
That's right. He slammed. Oh, that was so hard. That was such a hard. That was so fucked up.
Yeah.
That was so fucked up.
Yeah. Oh.
Jesus. The pain of that. I really felt for Ashley, and we've never seen the dad. That's right.
Yeah.
I guess she is biracial. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know. But like. Okay. Having mixed heritage is not the same as being biracial, right?
Okay.
You
finna teach me?
It's not, but it can't, like, and Robin's point was, but both of my parents are black. We are black people who look the way that we look, right? Like, there's obviously a ton of white ancestry on both sides, right? But it's not, biracial in the sense that I have a black parent and a white parent, or, you know, I have a Korean parent and a black parent, or a white parent and a Chinese parent, right? Like, that's not what's happening for Robin, right? Like, both of her people
I ain't gonna
are
lie,
black.
I thought her mama was white.
I mean,
I thought her mama was white.
Right, and I mean, and even Robin encountered that, you know, like sitting at that table where she met some new girls out at brunch or whatever, and they were like, oh, we thought you were white, you know? But that's different than Katie, whose mama is white, and who, like, one half of her family are white people. And part of what is, I think what's different between, or what was difficult for Katie in that moment is that although Katie comes from a family that is 50% white, she was much darker skinned than Robin. So how could this woman who has more privilege than her say, I'm not mixed, or I'm not biracial in the way that you're biracial, when, you know, right? I think that was part of what was happening for Katie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Potomac and the whole colorism thing, that's a very interesting conversation within that series. Because, like, I feel like, of course, no others, because you only got Atlanta. Yeah. And then the other ones, you know. I mean, Garcia going through, I don't know what's going on in Beverly Hills. That's why I can't watch it, because I'm like, I'm not finna watch y'all just, like, come at her. Yeah. Like, or, like, misunderstand her, or, like, not understand her experience. Like, I can't do that. Like, that's probably why I've just never watched it. But, yeah, colorism is always... Even I remember on the first season, Giselle and Katie was arguing about race. Yeah. And I was like, I knew that was going to be this thing, because I saw the lineup of I remember when I first watched it, I did all my Housewives binging in 2020. So prior to 2020, I didn't even watch this. Okay. Like, COVID happened, and I said, let me see what's going on. And I said, oh my God, I done been missing out. And then I remember when I saw them hold their little flutes out, I said, race is finna be an issue here. Yeah. It is. I'm like, I see this light-skinned woman with green eyes. I'm like, I see a dark-skinned woman over here. I see one with curly hair. I'm like, race is finna be a topic. I already know. And when it happened, I was like, okay. It's so interesting. Okay. Yeah. And then, you know, Married to Medicine. Ain't nothing really been going on now.
Yeah, I'm not. That's when I leave Kellen watches that. And
you don't like that
one? I can't get into. I mean, yeah, it's not that I don't like it. I'm just like, yeah.
You don't like seeing the doctors fight.
I mean, but what I do appreciate about that show is that there's more than just conflict, which is what Potomac seems to be coming. You know, where it's like they hash it out, they have their issues, and they hash it out. You know, they get into conflicts, and then they find one another, and then there's like friendship and love and good feeling and you know.
I think that's because at the end of the day, like, Married to Medicine, like, I guess because, like, they are in one community, like the medical community, and, like, they do hang out with each other outside of that show. Yeah. Whereas, like, the Housewives, these just, you know, these co-workers. Like, that's why, like, you could never put me on a show like that with an ensemble, because they'd be like, so are you friends with anybody? I said, oh no, this is work. This is work. I'm getting a check for this. Like, these are my co-workers. We're not friends. Now, if I develop a natural friendship with one of these bitches outside here, cool. But this is my co-workers. We're here to do a job. But, like, you don't have to like everybody you work with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know why, but I just thought of that when you said these are my coworkers. I thought of Karen looking at Giselle and saying, you're a broken whore from Hampton University. And everybody knows it. Oh my God.
Now that's the thing. I ain't finna be arguing with my coworker like that.
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna slap you. Be like, okay. That's why people always be like, oh my God, PJ, you would be phenomenal on a reality show. And I'm like,
you would be.
But, like, first of all, I don't like being set up. That will make me go insane. Because if somebody walk around the corner and then be like, and then I see, you trying to make a scene? Yeah. Bitch, I got you. You got the right one. And then on top of that, like, I tell people all the time, like, I just also don't play. Yeah. Like, I don't, like, if camera could be in my face, I'm still just going to be me and fun. I'm not going to amp it up for the camera. I think, like, not to toot my own horn. I just know, like, whatever I'm doing is going to be, like, do more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't get cute in front of these cameras for me. Like, I'm not above violence sometimes. Like, not to say I don't need to be just going on hitting bitches, but I'm just saying, like, do not play with me. And also, you just not gonna talk to me any type of way. Like, I cannot do that. But, you know, who knows? You know, we'll see. You know, if there's like a let's see if they do like a little gay ensemble here in Chicago. I don't mind being a Lanithia league. Okay, I can be a force multiplier. I'm with you.
Wasn't there a gay reality show out of LA or something?
Are you talking about the one on Netflix or?
I think it's in Netflix. It was like
with the
last
two black
year.
men.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, Styling Hollywood.
Oh no, not that one. Because they're together, right? There are a couple. No. There was another one of like I think 5 gay men. But I know
and Tadra Carr was one of them bitches.
Exactly.
And baby, they said it flopped.
Did it?
They said, because first of all, like
was it Netflix?
No, it was MTV.
MTV, that's it. Yeah.
First of all, it just honestly, I knew it gave very white gay.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like California, LA.
Yep.
Girl, I don't want to see these type of gays.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't understand like. You would be better going to Atlanta or, you know, I don't know, Atlanta, they like to fight a lot. Maybe they don't need to go there. But like, I don't know. But like, just somewhere with a diverse, like, queer scene, which honestly, just not even for like the queer scene, but Chicago in general, I'm just shocked we don't have a lot of reality shows.
Yeah.
Are we like not a poppin' city? I don't know. Like, cause I feel like we like on there with New York a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Okay, y'all, we're going to take us a little break, and then when we come back, we're going to get through a little pop culture, and then we're going to talk more with our special guest, Charif Shanahan, okay? Enjoy these little messages. Oh, hate to interrupt the show, but I have a few questions for you. Are you a new or small-owned business that's looking for advertisement space? Is the owner of said business black, brown, a woman, part of the LGBTQIA family, or a part of any underrepresented group? Do you love The Rewind and want to help your business and your favorite podcaster? If you answered yes to these questions, then this message is for you. The Rewind is looking for new businesses owned by underrepresented groups to collaborate with on advertisement. Just think, your ad could be read here by me, okay? If you are interested, send an email to therewindpjdj@gmail.com with advertisement opportunity in the subject line. Again, the email is therewindpjdj@gmail.com with advertisement opportunity in the subject line. I look forward to working with you. Hello. Okay, we back. We finna breeze through this little young pop culture section because girl, what's going on? Honestly, again, I ain't been seeing too much of nothing that's been interesting me. Let's see we do got to talk about one big thing, but that's gonna really be probably the only thing I really talk about. Young Thug got his phone call leaked when he was talking to his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist. And honestly, I'm a little mad about that. Because I think, listen, I understand celebrities going to jail and stuff like that. It's fascinating, but like, I think that's crazy to know that somebody in there leaked that. Like somebody working. And like, you know, they was having... Yeah, you know Young Thug, you know him. He a rapper. He a rapper, I'm trying to think, do you know anything? I feel it in my body, but I ain't got no lyrics. But like, he a rapper, pretty famous, pretty popular, and he went to jail, I want to say, last year for like RICO charges.
Okay.
Him and Gunna was in jail. Gunna's out now. You know Gunna, that's Chloe Bailey's man. No, Chloe?
I love Chloe.
Yes, that's Chloe's man. Speaking of, yes, Halle, I think I talked about this last time, but yes, Halle was pregnant. She was pregnant that entire time. You know, girl, you know.
And she had her baby.
She had the baby.
Yeah.
Just don't, listen. I just need my young black Hollywood girls be like, yes, get your baby and stuff, but like, don't let these niggas bring you down. Because we seeing that with Kiki. You know what I'm saying? And just like, we see how like that drama goes and like, especially like, I'm just nervous for her because...
For Kiki or...
No, for Halle because she is more famous than him. And on some real stuff, dudes be jealous nowadays.
Yeah.
He also was the same one who wrote a song... Motherfucker wrote a song saying it was... yeah, that was a song, right? Yeah. They're saying it was hard to watch her do her watch her in the movie because she was kissing another man. I'm like, she's acting.
She's acting.
If you are that insecure, I'm like, Oh no. So, when I see stuff like that, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah.
But I know some people, they young, they'll get over it. I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know. Look, that's why I be like, I can't talk, because, but it's just like certain stuff, I'm just like, I don't know, don't seem good to me.
Yep.
But yeah, he
like,
and
we're gonna criticize her for doing her job.
Right. Like,
feel jealous because she's doing her job.
Sir, she's acting. She's a little mermaid. She has to kiss this man or she won't get her feet.
Child. Like,
Like, she has your babe. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. But, listen, her, the Summer Walkers, they love them. I just be like, listen, look for them red flags. That's all I be saying. But yeah, Young Thug was in jail. Mariah the Scientist, she a singer, quote unquote. And then... I'm sorry, the kids like, I listen to my own thing. But she was talking to him, in jail and stuff, and like, saying little, intimate things. And like, it's just so fucked up that like his private, I know, he did fucked up shit, he in jail or whatever. But like, damn, he can have a little privacy on the phone with his girl. I thought that was a little fucked up. I saw that and I was like, don't do Thugger like that. Maybe it's because I just want him free. I love his wretched ass music. Free Thugger! I know he did it, but damn. No, allegedly. Okay, please don't sue me. I do not want to be like Tasha K, okay?
You can edit that out.
Okay? Edit it out, okay? So, another thing I saw, just like in the news and stuff like that, so companies are now approving weight loss shots for children 6 and up. And they said they doing it because they saying obesity is a problem, amongst children. Now hear me out. I'm not a doctor? Maybe the reason is because, we just had a pandemic. They already before then was getting more virtually into things. Maybe if we stop cutting funding for programs that allow them to be out and be active, maybe that will help. Maybe if you stop selling trash for such low prices, that'll help.
Yep.
Maybe if you encourage parents to talk to their kids more, maybe that could be coming from somewhere.
Yep.
I just feel like weight loss shots for children is a bit much.
I'm with you.
That is a child.
It's a child, and it's like treating the symptom and not the root cause. It's like if a child of 6 is already obese, like there are other questions that I think need to be asked. Like, what is their lifestyle? How active are they? Getting what kind of food is in the house? And it's like, it's obviously really complicated because, the organic food is more expensive than non-organic, right? Like the healthier you eat, the more money you need to. The healthier you eat, the more money you need to have for the food that you're buying. It's a class issue. It's like, right,
I was just about to say some kids can't even go outside.
Yeah,
depending on what neighborhood they live in. Like, so I get that.
My parents were like, "No, you will stay inside the apartment as soon as we bring you." I grew up in the Bronx, and it didn't seem to me at the time as like an especially rough neighborhood, but it wasn't not rough,
right?
And I heard gunshots,
right?
Semi-regularly, right? And my parents were like, "You will under no circumstances will you be going outside at 8 to run around," And so I didn't have a very active childhood, in that respect. But I don't know. I think there's like the symptom, like the treating the symptoms, which is something that happens, I think, a lot within healthcare. It's like Marianne Williamson is. I don't know if you're following her. Are you following Marianne Williamson?
No.
She's trying to get the Democratic nomination for president, and she was Oprah's spiritual advisor. She wrote these spiritual books in the 90s, like A Return to Love, Healing the Soul of America. She's totally fucking brilliant, like visionary, spiritual leader, and she's like bringing kind of like spiritual concerns into political discourse, right? And she's like, we need, about healthcare specifically, she's like, we don't have a healthcare system. We have a sick care system. We are providing address to symptoms in often acute situations. And we're not really, as a society, addressing the root causes of all the health issues, right? So there are carcinogens in our food, as an example, right? Like, we have in our food carcinogens that we know cause cancer that are illegal in other countries to be in food products.
Because
right?
In California they what is that, red dye 40?
Yeah, exactly.
They
you can't
banning products.
You can't have that. When I lived in California, I loved to see that. Where it was like certain products weren't available. Kellen and I were in Europe together. I was doing a residency in North Italy over the summer, and he came over for about a week, and it was like you feel different, right? Like just eating food that is like cleaner, healthier, less contaminated, right? And it relates to obesity, I think, too. Shots for 6-year-old children is a little scary to me.
Because first of all, their little bodies don't even know what it's doing yet.
Like, who knows what the long-term consequences of that might be, I mean, is it FDA, like...
That's what they said it was, because apparently a few companies supposed to be doing it. If I had a child, I would not do this. I'm like, listen, I'm just going to try to buy some more fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, we're going to eat a little healthier. We're going to go for a walk for an hour in the afternoon. I don't know.
It's just like, and I talked about this, for my Let It Marinate segment. I truly dislike living in this current age of just instant gratification. Meaning like, I don't want to be fat no more, so I just need to do this.
Yeah.
Like, where's like...
What's the shot that everybody's taking? The
Ozempic. And that pisses me off because that's for people with diabetes. Oh. That is literally what it's for, to like regulate like their stuff and everything. Like now, they running low for them because you bitches want to be skinny. Ain't that crazy? That is absolutely insane. You bitches want to be skinny so bad, now you taking medicine from other folks. And it's just, and then like now people starting to have like little symptoms, because I feel like one girl, like her bowels locked up or something, like her stomach. Because I think it's supposed to like stop you from eating a little bit or something like that. I don't know exactly how it go, but that's been the latest craze. And I'm just like, it's just like, and I talked about instant gratification, especially like, I think I also have a different relationship too with it when it comes to my body, because I've worked in fitness, and I'll also be telling people a bitch used to be damn near 300 pounds.
Really?
Yes, because when I was younger, my lung like almost collapsed. I had bad asthma, like, and everything. So like I had to be on steroids. Okay. So that blew me the fuck up.
Got it.
So I've always been big, and I've never been athletic.
Got it.
So like I didn't play sports a lot. Like. And then on top of that, we had Link. So, buying snacks and shit. And just like, since I'm staying in the house, mama making sure I was fed. But like, and not to say she wasn't feeding me nutritiously, but like, I had a snack cabinet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was one of those things where it's just like, I understand, because when I went to school freshman year, I weighed like 270, 275. Okay. And then,
how tall are you?
5'9". So, I was thick, I was big. So even like throughout those years, I lost it. And I was going to say too, it's funny that you mentioned going to Europe, because I studied abroad my junior year. And I remember losing weight over there, because like hummus expire in 3 days, things is more fresher, less preservatives.
Yeah. Where were you?
Like in London, I know we was off that Earl's Court stop.
Okay, yeah.
Off the tube.
Cool. I love London. I lived there for a couple years.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I want to go back so bad. It was so fun. I loved it. They loved my black ass. And then I was still big after leaving college, but like since when I started working at Soul, because I've worked at a lot of boutique fitness places. Okay. Like I've been to all of them. So like I've just learned like tips and tricks from like the trainers who've become my friends, and just watching people. And like, especially like, not to toot my own horn, but a bitch is proud of, what she displaying today. And
toot your own horn.
A lot of people be like, telling me like, oh, like you fit. And I'll be like, really? Huh. You know what I'm saying? So like I truly understand like what it means to like really go through the weight loss journey. But like with that, I tell people you gotta do that, because that taught me such discipline. Like working out, like it taught me such, like not just toward that, but like now I can use that for like other things. Yeah. Cause I know what I can achieve now. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just like people don't want to put in that work nowadays. And like, that's not me like throwing shade at nobody, but like, it just amazes me like that we don't want to go to the gym, but we'll pay almost $1,000 to get a PBL.
Yeah,
like, I just don't.
Yeah.
And I get it, social media, but like, it's just this age of instant gratification where I'm just like, yo. When it comes to these bodies, it just pains because I'm like, you can look how you want to look. You just really have to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, to me personally, I would rather be in the gym for like a year or so than to like be all stitched up and then after somebody's surgery.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And then the potential consequences, you know, if something goes wrong. Or, right.
Because like, even while I'm working now, like you can get that BBL or whatever, that surgery, and still not be healthy.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I know at least with what I'm doing, this running, this squatting, this whatever, I'm like creating better habit. Like I'm creating healthy habits. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can get up out the bed and not like crack and creak and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But you know, that's just me. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that scares me a little bit, honestly.
That does, because I'm like
if our children of 6 years old are obese, we are responsible for that, right? Like
that baby don't know no better,
right? Like, what are we doing, right? And the solution is not to give that child I mean, I don't know. Maybe in some instances that's exactly what it is. The obesity is not caused by like lifestyle issues. Maybe there's something physiologically happening, you know, where it can't be helped, and this is one way to help the child, you know, but it seems like that would probably not be the case the majority of the time. Yeah. You know, that there are other things that we could do.
I just cannot imagine a little baby getting a weight loss shot.
That's scary to me.
I don't like, and then I'm going to be real, that really, for both, but I'm really afraid of what that would do to little girls. You feel me? It's something about that, like...
the way they would internalize.
And like, process that. And, like... Because, you know, like, again, everybody goes through, like, things like eating disorders and stuff like that. But, like, I know with... I'm not trying to single out women, because everybody have body issues. But, like, I know for little girls, that's a lot. Yeah. You know, like... And especially, like, growing up and stuff, I'm just like... I don't like that. I don't like that. That ain't cute.
I'm with you.
Now, my last little pop culture thing before we move on, and this is fresh and new, baby. Megan versus Nicki. It's been going down. Have you seen that?
I haven't. No, what's been happening?
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. It's been going down. So, you know, I'm a Twitter hoe, and I stay on Twitter.
Okay, I see you there.
Okay, because, you know, I be going off. So Megan released her new song Friday. Okay. And you know, first of all, let me just say, I'm just proud of my team, meaning Team Aquarius, because I've been telling people, us Aquariuses, we take a lot, but when we finally strike, I'll be like, you gonna feel it. We will internalize a lot, and when it spill over, it's so unfortunate for somebody. And like, you know, she released a song where she was just talking about shit. Where like Cobra, she released this before. I think Cobra was more of like the self-address, like, cause you know, what's the line? This pussy is depressed, and like she was just talking about like how catching like her man cheating in her own bed. Like she was really like, it was like the more internalized of what was going on. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I catch y'all cheating in my bed. I'm stabbing y'all. Cause I just feel like you can cheat anywhere else. Don't cheat in my home. I'm stabbing y'all.
Or let's talk about the terms of our relationship. Maybe open it up, and you know,
like I just don't know. But like, y'all not leaving here, okay?
And I'll never sleep in that mattress again.
I know. And then so that was Cobra, and she was just like going hard, like. Just talking about all the shit, and she threw a shot at, you know, Miss Annika, a.k.a., you know, Nicki Minaj, and baby, it hit hard because Nicki felt that, and the shot was, you mad at Megan, but go be mad at Megan's Law. Now, do you know what Megan's Law is? So, Megan's Law comes from, and I looked this up, this family there was a 7-year-old girl named Megan. I forgot the last name.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was unfortunately murdered and, you know, sexually assaulted at the age of 7. And they found out that the assaulter moved across the street from them. And the family, like, then from there, like, they made this list where, like, now, like, registered sex offenders, when they travel, they have to, like, let people know.
Yes.
And, you know, because Nicki's man is on the registered sex offenders list. So that bar hit.
Oof.
That bar hit. And my thing is, you know, they've been having a little static because Nicki in her last song, she said, I don't fuck with horses, I ain't Christopher Reeve or something like that. You know, Christopher Reeve was the first Superman who died.
He was paralyzed.
Yeah, he was paralyzed.
Right, and then,
And, you know, that was the shot at Megan Thee Stallion, I don't fuck with horses. Now, you know, Nicki don't like Megan. Because, you know, they did the song together, Hot Girl Summer. She don't like Megan because Megan did WAP with Cardi. That's where I think it stems from.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, Cardi and Nicki.
And Nicki don't fuck with... Okay.
That's the female rap, that's the woman rap arc right now.
Yeah.
If you on this side or this side. So, me and my friend was talking about it because, like, in that case, like, SZA's never going to work with Nicki.
Yeah.
Ariana will never work with Cardi.
Yeah.
Mulatto will never work with Nicki, who's also got into it with Nicki over Twitter.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that. Normani will never work with Nicki.
Yep.
Ice Spice will never work with Cardi. And I feel like it's just a lot of overlap with people who won't work with each other just because, like, I do, unfortunately, I'm not trying to put it all on Cardi and Nicki, but, like, this is where it stems from, you know, because, you know, they got that little... They got that little
What
beef.
happened with them?
You know, they was fighting at the Harper's Bazaar fashion show. And, you know, that's when Nicki threw that shoe and tried to fight her.
That's right.
And, you know, because they shit started from motorsport, but then I feel like it started more from before that because now the motorsport story is that Nicki had a line basically referencing if she's... I think the original line was referencing Cardi as the quarterback and then Nicki as the coach. It was some line like that because now in the song is if Quavo is the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi, and I guess that's the coach of whatever. I don't know sports. You know.
Me neither. I'm like, what sports?
You know, like, I'm over here just like, I don't know sports. So, like, and I guess the original line was, like, referring to, you know, Cardi as the QB and Nicki as the coach.
Got it.
And I guess Cardi didn't like that because now the word is, like, Nicki asked to work with Cardi and she laughed in her face. So, and I think ever since then, of course, you know, that's somebody Cardi idolized, like, you know, this another black woman in hip hop, you know, and I guess that just maybe hurt the feelings, and like from there, you know, then we got the shoe throwing at the Harper's Bazaar, you know, then we got just like all, you know, it's just been shot after shot ever since, like, it's just been always shot after shot.
How do we heal?
I don't know, cause like,
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Cause
right?
I don't know, and like I
my-
want them to, cause like remember they was at the Met Gala, and I remember like they was talking Nicki and Cardi, and then it just went left, and then you know since they men's is kind of involved, you know what I'm saying? Cause people don't like Nicki husband, point blank period, and you know we love Offset, and then they be throwing shots back and forth, and you know. But Cardi been throwing shots too, like on Bongo, she say, my BD is amigo, bitch, your BD is a zero. Like, you know, like they been throwing shots, so it's just like, I don't know. But can I be honest?
Yes.
It's one common denominator.
Which is?
Nicki.
Yeah.
Cause it's not Nicki it's Nicki versus Nicki done got to a Cardi, Lotto, Megan, Lakia. Who else she just got into? Coyle Ray. It's a lot of these. Nicki is like just I don't know. And it's like I don't know.
What do you think that's about? What do you think is happening there?
I feel like honestly, and people said it for a while, Nicki was used to being the only girl for a while, and now that all of these girls are coming about, I just honestly don't think she know how to share that spotlight. And I think she think a lot of them are like kind of like low key not worthy. Cause like here's the tea.
Well, that was how she came at Lotto when Lotto was because Lotto had DM'd her about like collaboration or doing something together, right?
Yes.
You know, and she was very dismissive.
Like and like.
Or what she said, I want something like I'm not open to it, but I would want it to be organic.
Or it was giving like I don't know, like I think it's a couple things, especially with Nicki. I think for some odd reason you just got to kiss that bitch ass.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I also kind of think I don't know if I want to say this, but like, because if you want to be real, Nicki, even in her run, she never worked with other girls. Mm-hmm. She's not a girl's girl. Mm-hmm. She's always did this for the men, if that makes sense. Like, if you think about it, like, you know how Cardi don't work with Meg, City Girls, and granted, I know it's a lot more of them out now, but like, Nicki you ain't never seen her pull some girl up and be like, yeah, you could be on my song, or like, something like that. Like, she's never extended as much as Cardi has. Mm-hmm. Like, cause Cardi has worked with Glorilla, Meg twice now, who else? SZA. Like, Cardi works with Normani. Mm-hmm. She works with just like everybody. And like, I don't know, Nicki did not do that during her run. Yeah. And also it's interesting too, this is just from the outside looking in, Nicki always works with people or endorses people who, this is how I feel, may not be up to par with her lyrically, may not outshine her. Meaning like she's working with somebody, she loves Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Ice Spice, like, come on now. Like, you know.
Where she needs to have the spotlight. She needs to clearly be the more talented, is what you're saying. Okay.
We're like, and like, I know her thing is like, you know, these bitches don't write, da-da-da, which I'm like, no, Lotto writes. Mm-hmm. Lotto writes.
I loved Lotto's. I mean, that album was...
I am really starting to appreciate her a little more, because I'm noticing like she performs well and the pen is good. Mm-hmm. And you know, Meg writes too. That pen crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love Meg. So, and I think she also just, when it terms to Cardi, she just feel like Cardi don't deserve I just think she think Cardi don't deserve what she got, because she feel like Cardi might not be a quote unquote writer and stuff, because Cardi has a Grammy and Nicki doesn't. Mm-hmm. Well, and you know, I argue about that, because Invasion of Privacy is a phenomenal album to me. Mm-hmm. It is a phenomenal album. Like, you know, I've been ass Kellen, because I told him, I was like, at this job, we need a Cardi rap. We need a Cardi rap.
I think he's done one.
Yeah, he right? Like the very first one, when we was like at what is it, Southport? I was like, because that's when Cardi wasn't popping.
Got it.
That's when she wasn't popping, and I was like, no, we need this. You can ask anybody when Bodak came. I said, no, play it. I've been a Cardi stan since like for real. You know, I love cheap ass weave and you know the mixtapes.
Yeah.
Like, because I think it's also because I just love underdogs, and also I just love like how and I think some people think when I say authentic, they mean like hood. No, I just like how authentic she is. Like, she like in the interview, she take time to think before she speaks. And like, I know people like, oh, that's dumb. She dumb. That's why. And I'm like, no, because you could tell she really wants to say the right things.
She's
and like,
highly intelligent. She is like
that girl not dumb.
Like, she's so smart and savvy, and she's reflecting in her quiet, and she's giving you a truthful response. Like, you know? My brother knew her. I think my brother like. Yeah, because, you know, my brother, I was born and raised in the Bronx, and not far from where she grew up, you know, and my brother, who's now in Jersey with his partner, he was in the Bronx probably for a longer time. Like, I think he probably left in like his mid-30s or something. And just from going out in the Bronx, I think he came across her before she was famous, before she blew up, you know, and like followed her on Instagram when she had like 78 followers type shit, you know? And he was like, she was just exactly who she is right now. Right. Exactly the same person.
And I think that's what it is, where it's like, I think also the real reason they don't get along is, I think Nicki is also not understanding of why people like her. And I think she's not understanding too that we like Cardi's personality, and that Nicki, I hate to say this, I don't think she has a good personality. Like, and I think some people are starting to realize that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying she a bad person, but like, I think people are starting to realize, you know, you're not as nice as I wanted you to be, or you're not as, I don't know, you're not as inspirational as I wanted you to be.
Because people want to be able to look up to artists. I mean, it's like she's not signing up to be a role model by putting her music out in the world, but like, but she is. She does put herself in that position, and people are going to want to feel connected to her energy, her personhood, her way of being. You know, who knows? Like I don't know her obviously, but it seems like she seems angry about something, you know, and I want to be careful about using that language because it's a trope, you know, that I think misrepresents Black women, but she seems upset.
I think what she is, and again, we don't know this lady, we just from last time again. But like, I love your music, Nikki. If you hear this, you know,
not that needs to mean anything to you, but
I think also she is a little frustrated. It gives that she could be frustrated that I think she feels a lot of these girls are not putting in the same energy she did, so they are not worth her time.
You know, I feel if that is the case, I feel some kind of way about that in any space, honestly. And you immediately took me to my own world, you know, within poetry, where it's like, you know, or certain institutions, certain unnamed institutions, where it's like, because when I was coming up, I had to navigate a certain amount of difficulties, or I dealt with X, Y, Z, and Q, and, you know, I had a struggle, you should have to do that too. Right. Like, or if you are walking a path that doesn't require you to survive what I survived, like, you are not at my level, or there is some kind of difference between us. And I don't know, Nikki.
Right, no, Nikki, we're not saying this.
I'm not even talking about Nikki anymore, you know, but it's like, I think that's really fucked up, you know, like, because I had to survive some bullshit that I never should have had to survive. You should have to go through that too coming up, you know, or you'll have my respect if I see that you've been able to navigate the same kind of obstacles that I've been able to navigate. Like, I'm interested in the person in whatever field, whatever you do. I'm interested in the person, and I'm also interested in being the person who makes it easier for the people behind me to come up. Like, that's who I want to be, you know? Like, I'm moving away from Nikki. I hope that's okay.
Yes,
I wouldn't even be writing poems today if I had listened to some of the poets that I encountered early on in my life. Like, I had one teacher, and I hesitate to even call him a teacher, who told me at like 20 to stop writing. Right? And that voice was inside me for the majority of my 20s. I was like, it implanted a doubt within me that took me a long time to get out of me, you know? And that informs the teaching that I do right now, and informs the way that I approach people who are interested in poetry, who come to me and are like, I think I want to do this. You know, it's like, nobody has to go through that shit, you know? Like, I want to be a facilitator, a connector. I want to open doors. I want to encourage people along, you know? And the shit that I've survived, I hope will not have to be lived again. And I have a mentor who is a Black woman, a well-known, I want to be discreet, people will make assumptions if they're listening to this and whatever, but who said to me when I was sharing some difficulty that I was going through in a particular situation, and said, you know, I'm so upset to hear about this because I went through this 20 years ago because I thought it meant you wouldn't have to. You know? I just took us away from wherever we were. I don't know. I know we were in like...
That's interesting. Cause,
you know?
Because now that gave me some stuff to think about. Because it always... you know, that's why I like... I don't know. I just be like listening to other people talk. Because I be like, damn, now I'm thinking to myself, like, I made that experience for someone else? Like, being difficult to them because they have not been through what I've been through. And like, I feel like I have, and now I'm just like, okay, PJ, you need to go back and think about those situations, and now feel like, okay, where did you go wrong? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a good note.
Thanks for listening to The Rewind this week. So this episode is a long one, but don't worry. We're going to stop it here and then we're going to finish next week. So make sure you stream The Rewind next week on all your favorite podcasting platforms. See you then.